Hi, welcome to this quick how to help video on collecting like terms. Collecting like terms is a topic where we are kind of grouping different letters. So I always think of them like they're in their gangs. You've got the B gang and the C gang, and they can't go together. So we can add to them and we can take from them, but that's all we can really do with them. So they're an expression that we basically tidy up. So if we look at the one that I've popped on the screen here, we've got terms where the letter B exists and where the letter C exists. And I want to group these, so tidy up that expression so it's nice and simple and easy to read. So when I work along this, obviously the very first term that I have is 3B. As I move along, I've got some C's, but they're not part of the B gang, so we're going to ignore them. We move over and there are some more B's there. So these B's are going to go with the 3B's. But like I said, we could add or we could take away. And there's a little bit of confusion, especially when the takeaway comes in, as to when we do it and how that looks in our answer as well. So I'm going to address hopefully all of that in this video. So the first thing to note is that the sign in front actually is part of the term. So the 4B is positive 4B. You can think of that plus sign also as directing us up the number line. So I've got 3B, I'm told to add 4B's, so I've got 7 B's in total. And now I'm going to concentrate on my C's. I have 2C. But let's not forget the sign in front of it because it does belong. So it's telling me I've got a positive 2. I'm at 2 on the number line. When I travel along, I hit that add C. That is 1 C that I can see. So I've only got the 1 that I will add to the 2. So 2C plus 1 is 3C. 3 is a positive number. One of the things that a lot of students tell me is they get confused with the negatives because they never know whether to put the negative in the answer or not. So hopefully we will see where we can avoid that in the next couple of questions. So that's my tidied version of 3B plus 2C plus 4B plus C. Okay, let's look at another one. So we've got 5x plus 3y minus x plus 7y. So I start off with my x's. I go off on the hunt for some more. There's one there, and it's got a minus with it. That says you've got 5. You're at 5 on the number line, and you're going to take 1. Well, 5 take 1 is 4. So 4 is written down. 4 is a positive number. There's no minus there. It's just 4. And obviously our x goes with it. We then look at our y's. And I've got a positive 3. So I'm at 3 on the number line. Look at what else I've got. And it's telling me to add 7 y's. So I've got a total of 10 y's. 10 is positive. So I put a plus sign in, and that's the tidied, neaten up version of that one. Let's look at another one. We've got 6p minus 3q plus p minus 2q. So you've got a little bit more going on there with the negatives, but nothing changes. Absolutely nothing changes, and you shouldn't fear the negative, okay? So looking at my starting letter, it's a P, so I'm going to go off and I'm going to look for some more P's, which I have here. I'm being told to add 1. So I've got 6, I add 1. I've got 7 P's. I then look at my Q's. Now here I have to be really careful. I'm not at 3, I'm at minus 3, okay? So let's just show that. Right now I'm at minus 3, so I'm there. That was a bad arrowhead. That's where I am, minus 3. If I then look at my other Q, I have a number 2, and it does say minus 2. So I am going to take away another 2. I'm going down that number line another 2 places, which would take me to -5. And that's when I know to write the minus in my answer, because I'm physically going to say minus. -3 minus another 2 is -5. So -5q goes into that answer, and that is my simplified version. All right. All questions are pretty much the same. You've just got to take a little bit of care with those negatives. This is a question that can sometimes happen and confuse people. I'll do that one. Because there's no letter on the 5 and the 7, sometimes we want to kind of bring them into what we've got. They actually form their own gang. They're like the number gang. So you would do this question in exactly the same way. I've got 3b. I'm going to add 5 b's. So I've got 8 b's. And then the numbers work as a gang for themselves. So I've got 5. That's where I am. I'm at 5 on the number line. And I take away 7. Now, taking away 7 means I'm moving down that number line 7 places. I would end up at -2. So I add that into my answer, and that is the tidied up version. So having single numbers can sometimes throw us. The other thing that can sometimes throw us is this type of question. I've got 4x squared plus 5x plus 3x squared. I'll just do all adds for now. There's x's everywhere. Some have got a power on them and some don't. So do they all go together? They are actually different. Anything like a power that comes along and changes the representation of the original letter is going to change it. So it's going to create its own gang. So I've got the x squared gang, and I've got 4x plus another 3x squared. So that's 7x squareds. And then I've got the x gang. And when I add those, I've got 7 x's. So that's just something to be really mindful of. Note that the power didn't change. It's just like saying I've got a banana and I've got another banana. I've got 2 bananas. I've got an x squared. I've got another x squared. I've got 2x squareds. So don't be tempted, and it is very tempting to change that power. All right. It's just how many of these have we got? And that's it really. All right, so hopefully this quick how to help video has been useful. If you like what you're seeing, then do subscribe to the channel. I am putting up new videos all the time. Okay, thank you for using Target Mess to help you today.